Welcome back to high school basketball on DouglasCountyDigest.com. We're getting ready to start the fourth quarter from Atwood Hammond High School, where this matchup of LOVC members, it's actually a non-conference game, as Arthur Lovington is leading Atwood Hammond 53-31, and Luke Johnson once again another big period there, another big quarter for Arthur Lovington, where they're able to continue to distance themselves from Atwood Hammond.
Well, Arthur just run their sets really well. They've gotten some wide open layups. Their two scorers, Curtis Plank, number 12, and number 21, Tyler Schuring, are at 9 and 10 points. They opened up the third quarter right there for them. Had a couple of nice baskets from Evan Siegmiller as well.
There was one point where the Arthur lead was down to 9, and now it goes up even more as the three-pointer goes up and in from, I believe, was that Avery Schrock?
Yep.
At number 11, Avery Schrock, and now it's 56-31, Arthur Lovington. At one point in the third quarter, as we said, it got down to 9. Now it's 25. Arthur Lovington pressuring incredibly hard here against Atwood Hammond. Shot goes up, no good, very much contested. Andy Webb has it back. He's going to drive in the lane, try and get a close look. Contested once again. Here comes Arthur Lovington on the fast break. Good job by Atwood Hammond, though, to get back. Caleb Schrock has it now. He passes it back out top, and he gets it right back as he runs the baseline. Tries to put a shot fake up, puts a shot up, and it's good. Caleb Schrock puts it up. It's 58-31. Arthur Lovington has pulled away from the Rajas. You get a little drive on the baseline there by Logan Dukeman. He comes to from one side to the other. It is now with Webb. Ball knocked away. Here comes Weirman to take it away. Number 50 has it out top. He's going to try and feed the post into Jesse Ruff. Ruff puts a shot up, but he's fouled.
Good post move, good pass in by Kyle Wireman. Excellent decision for a big guy, dribbling the ball up top of the floor to find the guy.
Wireman, the senior post player, has had some trouble. He was harassed constantly in the first half when they tried to get him into the post. He's made some nice moves out top with the ball, realizing he's going to have to go out there to be able to do anything.
Yeah, he was triple teamed 2 or 3 times in the post, and I think he's the coach and himself have changed his game a little bit to where he's a little more roaming around the perimeter now.
Jesse Ruff at the free throw line for 2 shots. He makes the first one. That makes the score 58-31, or 58-32, excuse me. Arthur Lovington over Atwood Hammond, 6:42 remaining in the contest. Ruff will have a second shot. Foul for Arthur Lovington, win against Logan West, his second, team 6th here in the second half. Shot off the front iron. Fagan does a nice job rebounding, dips his shoulder, puts a shot up, misses it, and then we're going to get a reach-in foul. Foul going to go against Atwood Hammond's number 12, that's Jesse Ruff.
And that's Jesse Ruff's 4th. He's been a consistent force for Atwood on the boards, or at least tipping the ball out to give him a chance.
His 4th, team's 5th. Actually, we changed it to his 3rd, it looks like now, according to the scoreboard. Layup attempt, no good by Curtis Plank. He was defended very tightly. Thread the needle pass into Andy Webb. He tries to put a layup up, no good. Fouled on the arm, though. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, you take enough gambles with passes across the middle. One of them's got to succeed.
They've hit on a few of them, but not many. They've definitely had more get knocked away than they have that have been completed. Caleb Schrock gets his 3rd foul, team 7th. First shot up and good by Webb. 58-33 now is the Arthur Lovington lead.
Andy Webb in the game with 4 fouls. Also the leading scorer right now with Atwood.
Second shot no good, but skies high in the air goes Lucas Larimore. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Ruff. Puts a shot up. It rolls around and good. 2 points for Jesse Ruff. 58-35, 23-point Arthur Lovington lead. Feeding the post, give and go there. Nice feed, layup, no good. Rebounded by 25, Nick Martina. He's going to get called for steps. Nice little give and go between Avery Schrock and Nick Martina there. Unable to cash in though.
Good play, just didn't finish it off.
He kind of got twisted a little bit, tried to throw it up maybe with his other hand or off balance or something. But the ball now goes to Atwood Hammond. Fagan brings it across the timeline, shaking off defenders. He's going to try and go. Jump stop, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Logan West, and Arthur Lovington running yet again.
It's a good drive by Jordan Fagan. And again, the finishing is becoming a problem. Finishing your layups, grabbing rebounds, everybody's getting tired.
And Arthur Levington can't finish there. Fagan gets the rebound. Those legs really starting to give out for some of these guys. Fagan jumps up, passes it off to number 0, Cody Siebens. He is fouled hard in the act of shooting. He'll get 2 shots. And Coach Arthur Levington, Coach Dale Schuring just signals in 4 new guys. Looks like he's going back with pretty much the starting lineup.
They got the 5-man hockey substitution again, as we've been saying. We haven't seen it. We didn't see it in the third quarter. He's breaking it out now. Maybe he's just trying to wear down Atwood a little bit and then drive the nail home here with the fresh set of 5.
Yeah, Stevens misses his first shot, and you think maybe he's just trying to, get a nice crisp finish here to the game before he probably clears out the bench even more. 58-35 is Arthur Levington's advantage over Atwood Hammond. 5:25 left in the game. Second free throw, no good yet again. Weirman's going to get called for going over the back.
And Atwood's still hanging around, trying to cut into the lead a little bit. Time is not on their side. It's probably a little bit too much of a deficit for Atwood to handle at the moment with the full court pressure that Arthur keeps putting on them.
And you need to convert on those scoring opportunities when the clock is stopped. 5:24 remaining.
Free throws and missed layups are, well, everybody's cursed at the moment, but it's hurting Atwood more than it is Arthur.
They haven't cashed in from 3 like Arthur's been able to do. Arthur Levington into their offensive set, tries to feed the post, it bounces away to Maxwell. He has it, then throws it right to Andy Webb.
Now, as we've been watching this game, we've seen those cross the middle passes, and only 1 or 2 of them have gone through, and it's not a very good percentage of passes going through the middle.
Webb has it at the top of the key, gives it back to Fagan. He puts a 3-pointer up, no good. Nice box out by Andrew Maxwell for the Knights. Here comes Curtis Plank, pulls, throws to the corner. Schuring gives it, then passes it back to number 2, Clayton Hahn, and he knocks down a 3. And we have a timeout called by Atwood Hammond. 61-35 is the Knights' lead with 4:42 remaining in the ballgame.
Well, now you see why Arthur was so good last year, and they're starting out this season pretty decently. They have the open 3. It's getting knocked down. I don't think they've missed a wide open 3 yet in this ball game.
And just we've said it multiple times. They bring back so many people from a team that went to the Danville Schlarman sectional championship game, lost to Fisher last year. Bring back several guys and then you even throw in that they've consolidated now with Levington. Before it was always Arthur Levington for football, maybe for another sport or 2. Now they're going to school together, and this basketball team is reaping the benefits.
Oh, yeah. They picked up a couple of great football players to come over and play, and those football players transitioned into some good basketball players. And it's just, a good Arthur team last year, you double it when you bring in other guys from Lovington.
Yeah, we talk about all the guys they brought back. The roster lists 4 seniors this year, so yeah. They're not going to be done after this year. They're not going to stop.
The cohesiveness from football is transferring over into the basketball game for the Arthur Levington players as well.
And of course, this was the first year that Arthur Levington and Atwood Hammond played football together. In the past, it had been Atwood Hammond playing with Bement. Bement went with Sarah Gorda this year. Atwood Hammond combined with Arthur Levington. So, as we said earlier, a lot of these Atwood Hammond basketball players played football for Arthur Levington, and they played for head coach Dale Schuring. Fagan has it now. He gets it on the wing with number 23. That is Logan Dukeman. Back to Webb. Webb has it again. Webb thinks about driving, trying to lose Tyler Schuring. Gets it fed into the post to Jesse Ruff. Shot up, no good. Andrew Maxwell brings it down. And Schuring has it now. Kicks it back out top. Maxwell has it out at the top of the key. Siegmiller has it into the corner now. Number 12, Curtis Plank, feeds it back into 35. Maxwell, shot up, no good. Weirman has it and pulls it out of there. A couple of big bodies in Andrew Maxwell and Kyle Weirman going at it underneath the basket.
And you can hear Arthur's coach here right in front of us, how he's trying to drive home the execution that they're working on here at the end of the game.
Drive at the baseline. We get a blocking foul called against 22, Evan Siegmiller. 61-35 is Arthur Levington's lead. 3:53 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Some subs in for Atwood, trying to get some fresh legs in there from the up and down pace. A lot of tired Atwood players out there right now.
Cody Siebens, Lucas Larimore back into the game, and Jesse Ruff's going to be at the free throw line. And his shot is up and good. 61-36, 3:53 remain. Siegmiller picked up his 4th foul. That's 9 against Arthur Levington here in the second half.
Jesse Ruff has been pretty consistent at the free throw line from what I'm seeing. One of the few tonight that have been consistent from the free throw line.
And as you say that, the dreaded broadcaster curse goes into effect.
Jinx him on the last one.
Both teams right now just kind of looking to run their stuff, maybe close out with a nice clean few minutes of play here. And as we say that, Arthur Levington turns it over. And here comes Atwood Hammond trying to get things back, but yet they almost turn it over. Sieg Miller slaps it away. It goes out of bounds. It will remain Atwood Hammond Rajah ball.
And again, some sloppy passing for Atwood. If they can clean that up a little and maybe cut down on some of the turnovers, they have a pretty good ball club to do well in the LVC.
Definitely have some building blocks here, but they just, seeing this pressure right off the bat, a little too much.
It might be a little intimidating, too, to see a force like Arthur who comes out of the Danville sectional.
Yep. And, of course, we mentioned earlier, Arthur Levington this week entered the IHSA Class 1A rankings. They're the 10th ranked team in the state. So, we get a drag of the foot there as Arthur Levington's number 12. Curtis Plank brings it down the court.
And from the looks of it, Arthur doesn't like to run the half-court offense. They like to get it and go. They're having a few problems here turning the ball over and not executing very well.
Definitely more 80s and 90s UNLV than Wisconsin basketball. That red and white, you kind of think maybe it's, Bo Ryan's Wisconsin teams, but that's definitely not how they're playing.
No.
They move, they get after it here, and they have 5 new guys sitting waiting to come into the game. Another foul against Arthur Levington that time. Looks like it's going to be called on Andrew Maxwell. He's 6'2", forward, senior for Arthur Levington. He's done a lot for him tonight. Another free throw missed though that time for Atwood Hammond. Andy Webb misses the front shot, and 61-36 is Arthur Levington's lead. We're seeing some new bodies in for the first time for Arthur Levington as they get those guys that haven't been part of the line change yet. Shot was no good, but we're going to get a lane violation. Some confusion between the Arthur Levington guys. We had a player 31, Blake Miller, stepped into the lane after Andy Webb had already had the ball, so he's going to get another chance here.
Some new guys there, a little miscommunication, nothing.
That one's no good, but it looks like it is rebounded almost by Lucas Larimore, but he gets tied up. And we have a foul, actually. We don't have a jump ball, we have a foul.
Good hustle by Lucas Larimore, getting on the floor, getting dirty, trying to give his team an opportunity to cut into the lead.
Blake Miller gets a foul called on him. And Atwood Hammond in the double bonus right now. Going to the free throw line is Lucas Larimore. His first one is good. Andrew Maxwell, number 35, going to take out Logan West for Arthur Levington. 3:10 remaining here in the game, 61-37. Second shot switches through. Another free throw for Lucas Larimore, 61-38. Maxwell has it for Arthur Levington. He gives it back to Nick Martina. It's now with Blake Miller back out top with Jeremy Blank. Driving to the basket is Martina. His shot is up and no good. Contested by Atwood Hammond, and then he's going to pick up a foul.
Not what the coach wanted to see, I don't think.
Nope, and he is going to take a seat as Logan West goes right back into the game. And Nick Martina's getting counseled on his decision-making there.
Probably bad timing on the foul. It's late in the game. You don't really want to foul anybody and prolong it.
Yes, this game's being prolonged by, they're still keeping the defensive pressure up. But you got to be smart. You can still play that defense tough with your feet, not with your hands.
And again, it's a learning experience for all these guys. It's probably a good game to make that kind of a decision in at the moment for Arthur to learn for a different game when it might be a little bit closer.
Make fouls like that before Christmas. Once you get in the new year, stuff like that will not be tolerated probably. 61-39 is the Arthur lead right now, and Maxwell's going to drive. He's got the open lane. Layup good. Nice left-handed layup there by Andrew Maxwell when he had the open lane. 63-39. Cody Siebens has it out top. He's going to drive as well. He puts a shot up, no good, but he is fouled. Once again, we get another foul stopping this clock. And sending Atwood Hammond to the free throw line, giving him another chance to cut into this debt. 63-39 is the Arthur Levington lead. First shot rims in and out. Cody Siebens, no good.
If Atwood could capitalize on their free throws, this game might be a little bit closer and it wouldn't be so far out of reach for them. But at the rate we're going, they still have plenty of opportunities to cut in.
Well, and at one point, as we mentioned, fairly early in the third period, they were able to get that lead down to 9. The lead was 13 at halftime. They got it down to 9, but then Arthur Levington built it right back up. The second free throw, no good. And we might see some maybe signs of slowing it down. And as I say that, they press it right up. Blake Miller has it. He gives it back out top, and it goes down into the corner. He's driving the baseline, out of control almost, is Logan West. His shot up was no good. He gets the rebound, puts it right back up. It's good, and he is fouled.
That's a good drive. They tried to take the charge. It's a little out of control maybe, but it was a good no call there underneath. The defender wasn't there in time.
Basket counts. Foul goes against Kyle Weirman, his second, team 7th. And for Arthur Levington, Logan West is going to go to the free throw line with a chance to make this the old-fashioned three-point play. And he does not, though, as it's no good. Rebounded by number 3 for Atwood Hammond. That's Andy Webb. Played much of this second half with foul trouble. He drives, spins into the lane, puts it up and good. 65-41, 24-point Arthur Levington lead. 2 minutes left to go in the ballgame.
Good job by Andy Webb, wanting to show that they're not going to quit. They're going to keep on playing. Good at toughness.
Caleb Schrock has it. He passes down in the corner, and Jeremy Plank drives, gets it up top with Logan West. He drives a little bit, finds Blake Miller. He dribble drives, guarded by Fagan. Now it goes back to Caleb Schrock. Now we're seeing just kind of a passing display here, slowing it down a little bit, evident of a 24-point lead. That pass, though, is knocked away, a little lazy with it. Jordan Fagan takes it. His layup is good. Jordan Fagan with 2 points, and that will make it a 22-point Arthur Levington lead. 1:24 left. Here we go. Press it. Push it on back down.
They're running something we used to call a weave, where they work it around up top, and if they find a layup, they'll take it. But the whole idea is just to be patient and move the ball around to get rid of the clock.
And that is what Arthur Levington is doing. Not really even, looking at a shot. They've had a couple chances where maybe they would have taken one earlier on in the game, but now we get a shot put up and good. Nick Martina puts it up and in. We get a timeout. Just a real quick substitution timeout here. 67-41 is the Arthur Levington lead. 54.3 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter in Atwood.
It's kind of a rough ending for Atwood. They played hard. They played really hard. Some of their execution was sloppy, and the turnovers in the full court pressure. And again, you're going up against a team that went real deep in the playoffs, in the sectionals, that returned most of the guys that they had. It's a tough mountain to climb.
Yeah, Spencer Kirby in his first year here coaching Atwood Hammond gets a big test right off the bat. If you can take a positive out of this, though, it's against a familiar foe. It's against a team you're going to see again. And, so now you know what it's going to take to hang with them. And also, it's a loss, but it's not a conference loss because this game scheduled as a non-conference game. Eric Downs into the game for Atwood Hammond. He's going to inbound it and pass it off to Brandon Kroos. Dribbles down with a screen set by Chris Schwass. Michael Willoughby is in for Atwood Hammond. And 25, that's Downs again. He passes it back out top. Shot up, no good by Kroos, number 34. Arthur Levington has it now. Number 11, Avery Schrock, is going to be the point guard. And we might see another passing display like we saw. Anthony Hedinger has it now. Gives it off to Caleb Schrock. And Nick Martina has it. Logan West. We're just going to get some passes out front. We've got 16 seconds remaining in the game. 67-41 is the Arthur Levington lead.
And Arthur's going to try and just hold on to it and dribble it out here.
Arthur Levington, Atwood's laying back off them, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. 67-41, a 26-point win for the visiting Arthur Levington Knights today. 67-41. It was 11-9 after one quarter, Luke, and then they just kind of kept spreading it out. 13-point advantage after 2 quarters. 22-point advantage after 3, and we get it up now to 26. Atwood had some gas in the tank for a while, but I mean, Arthur just has so many weapons.
Yeah, Arthur came out strong. The full court press, the experience. Atwood showed that they have a lot to build on. They have a lot to improve on. There are a lot of things that they can take away from this game. There are also some positives. When they came out at halftime, they went on a huge run, cut the lead down to 9, made it a very close game, made it a game that they could have taken over and won. But Arthur, with the experience again in the full court pressure and executing down in the end, and just all the bodies subbing in and out, had to take effect there towards the end of the ball game.
Arthur Levington improves to 2-1 on the season. 2 wins this week. Earlier this week, defeated Stewart's in Strasburg, and tonight they defeat their local rivals, conference foes, Atwood Hammond. But of course, as we've said, this was a non-conference game. The way of scoring tonight, we've
got some totals for Arthur. Clayton Hahn had 11. Tyler Schuring had 10. Curtis Plank had 9. Evan Siegmiller had 6. Andrew Maxwell had 6. Caleb Schrock had 4. Avery Schrock had 6. Logan West had 8. And Nick Martina had 7. For Atwood Hammond, Andy Webb was the leading scorer with 12. Jordan Fegan had 9. Lucas Larimore had 5. Kyle Wireman had 4. Jesse Ruff had 9. And Logan Dukeman had 4.
Once again, a game effort there by Atwood Hammond. Did as much as they could, hung in as long as they could, but the number 10 ranked team in Class 1A just had a little bit too much for them tonight.
Sure did.
So we're going to sign off here from Atwood Hammond High School. For Luke Johnson, I'm Chris Patton, and your final score was Arthur Levington 67, Atwood Hammond 41. Thank you for watching this presentation of high school basketball on DouglasCountyDigest.com.